Hey folks, Happy New Year! It is now 2023, the year of Tears of the Kingdom. This is my first video of the year, and I want to spend it just having a little talk, a bit of a one-on-one, or one on however many of you watch this. A channel update slash preview for the year, as I don't often do channel updates. In fact, my last one, and only 3 channel updates, were back in 2016, pre-Breath of the Wild. So, let's sit down and have a little cozy chat as Zelda fans, and talk about what's to come this year, and my plans for the channel across the entirety of 2023. So let's do this. Oh, and don't think I forgot. As always, be sure to go and grab yourself a snack or drink and cinnamon to get featured right here, and also be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel out. And let's get into this one. So, starting from where we are now, roughly, the beginning of the year, from here until the next Tears of the Kingdom trailer, which will most likely drop around February, as that's usually when Nintendo hold their first big Nintendo Direct presentation of the year, and you know, this is a major title coming out in what would at that time be just 3 months away. So it's pretty damn likely that Tears of the Kingdom will be there. Between now and that next trailer, I have a mix of content to share with you all. I won't lie, a lot of it has required scraping the barrel, milking ideas, and ultimately scrapping them and rethinking them time and time again. It's hard to come up with new and fresh ideas currently, but I have enough for the time being. There are a few more topics regarding the game that I still want to discuss, as well as some Breath of the Wild focused content. So that should take us into whenever the next trailer drops. And hopefully it's a jam-packed one. Probably the official game trailer too. You know, the one you'll see on ads everywhere shortly before release. It's still kinda crazy to me that the 3 trailers so far have been a mix of reveal, teaser, and the title reveal, but none are listed as the official trailer. So that is still to come. And it will probably be a mix of a bit of everything we've seen so far. The underground, the sky, whatever's going on Hyrule, Ganondorf, Link, the hand, everything. All in one. And maybe stuff we don't even know of yet. Once that trailer does drop, likely in February, I will of course be covering that for at least 2 weeks. But let's be real, I'm a Zelda tuber. That trailer will keep me occupied for a good while. This time frame I'm looking at is from the next trailer all the way to the release of the game, on the 12th of May. Now, from the next trailer to the release of the game, there will definitely be a lot of coverage on the game from Nintendo. Looking at how past Zelda games were promoted, specifically Breath of the Wild, we saw gameplay sessions and little teases online leading up to its release, even interviews. We got lots of stuff. So after the next trailer, I would personally expect these sort of things to be present again. Little videos online, gameplay sessions, little snippets, things like that. This is basically what I'll be looking to cover between the next trailer and when the game releases. The build-up period. I'll be covering all of that stuff as much as possible, as well as what you guys want / suggest regarding that next trailer. And then leading up to the release, I'll be on full Hawkeye, watching out for any and all news, snippets, and coverage of the upcoming game. I'll be covering it all, which at this time will be anywhere from 3 to less than 1 month away from release. They'll want the game in people's minds. It'll be promoted a lot. There will be so much stuff to discuss in this time frame, and I will definitely be covering as much as possible. I still plan to have my regular Sunday upload, but with a large flow of news and stuff to cover, do expect more than this. I'll be covering and making as many videos as possible, so that won't be limited to just Sundays. This time is going to be insanely fun, but insanely busy. But then comes the even more fun part. The release of Tears of the Kingdom. The day this game releases, I will not be focused on making videos. At least not fully. For that first weekend, I just want to enjoy the game and not stress about getting videos out quickly. I want to experience the game. Yeah, I'm gonna take notes and write stuff down here and there for videos. Naturally, I can't really turn that part of me off. But I probably won't work on any until after that weekend. Or maybe even until whenever I finish the game. I don't know how long it will take. I could see it being done over the weekend, but honestly I don't know. I will have put a ton of energy into videos in the build up to release, so I will be taking that first weekend to just enjoy the game, and then basically get to work on post-release videos as soon as I'm ready. But man, as soon as those videos start production and then rolling out, oh my god, it's gonna be such a fun time. I already have rough plans of what I imagine I'd like to cover, but of course more ideas will likely come at the time. I'll be covering my thoughts / review, secrets, Easter eggs, theories, viewer submitted theories and questions, and of course, my favourite thing in Zelda games, mysteries. I will be all over the mysteries and definitely get a ton of fun discussions going with all of you. It's gonna be so cool. The Tears of the Kingdom hype will likely carry my video ideas / direction of the channel for a good while. Looking back at Breath of the Wild, videos on that game were still massively popular a year on from release, 2 years on from release, 3 years on from release, and honestly still very popular today. So I expect to be covering this sequel for a pretty decent amount of time, definitely for the remainder of 2023, I would imagine. Perhaps there will also be DLC at some point, so you know, that would mean even more to cover. I'd say that this is pretty likely to happen, but I obviously can't confirm it being a thing. Point being, my channel direction will have a very massive Tears of the Kingdom focus this year, both as the build up comes closer, and then even more following the release of the game, when everything is in full flow, when we know so much more about it. That's the main stuff to discuss. Very much just my plans regarding the release of Tears of the Kingdom, but I do have other plans and whatnot to share with you. In 2023, I finally plan to start live streaming semi-regularly. I know for a fact I can't commit to a schedule, so I'm not going to make that promise, but I'd like to try and stream once every 2 weeks or so, just without a real pressure commitment. I don't know when I'll get started, but I want to push myself to finally do that. I love taking part in my friends' live streams such as Triforce Trends and Cat Burgerson. Love you guys. So I want to give it a go myself. I've done it once or twice years ago, but the less said about that the better. I also want to update my merch line. It's not up to date with my current look for the channel and I want to update it, and maybe add some new ideas. Like a snack or drink design for example. There is no time frame for this, but I do want to do it, and saying it out loud in a video gives me healthy pressure to get on that. One final thing, my 100,000 subscriber special. That is very overdue, and I want to get it done. I've just had several issues with how I want to do that. I wanted to do a Q&A, and still do, but my mind keeps chopping and changing. It will come, I promise. I'm just a mess. If you have ideas to incorporate into a special, then let me know down below. That's about everything I can think of to share regarding my plans for this year. If you have any questions regarding channel plans for this year, then you're more than welcome to ask down below in the comments. I'd be happy to answer. My next video / first video of the year that isn't this update video will be coming out next weekend. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'll see you very soon. Those are my plans for my channel this year. I am extremely excited for this year and of course the release of Tears of the Kingdom. My first video on the channel actually released on the 4th of January 2016. So in a few days, my anniversary of making videos on this channel will reach 7 years. That's crazy, and I am extremely thankful and grateful to every single one of you who watches my videos and supports me. It means the world to me. If you have any video ideas / suggestions that you'd like to see me cover this year, then feel free to leave them down below in the comments and I'll take note of some that I think would be fun to cover. Be sure to drop a wee like down below if you enjoyed, and also consider subscribing for more fabulous Zelda content. Both would make my day. Follow my socials linked below to keep up to date, and as always a huge massive amazing shout out goes to all of my channel supporters. With a very special and awesome shout out to new supporter, my good friend Daisy. Thanks a ton. Your support really helps me to make these videos week in, week out, all month long, 365 days a year. If you'd like to join them and get yourself a shout upon joining, and your name at the end of every video, then consider supporting via the links below. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day or night, and until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.